My boyfriend lost my senior dog in the streets. I couldn't forgive him.
Your boyfriend's for the streets.
Me, 24 female, and my boyfriend, 24 male, have been together for almost 4 years. We get along okay for the most part. Things like him losing something of mine have happened, but never to this level. By the way, this comes from user Anna Maria 5. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit and submit them there. So, I have had my dog Milo, 12 female, for her whole life. We grew up together, and it's really hard for her to get to trust other people. She has always been an anxious girl, but she is the light of my life and was always by my side even in my worst days. 3 years ago, I introduced my boyfriend to my family, which is just my mom and Milo. He and my mom got along okay, but he did not acknowledge Milo in any way. That was fine. I didn't expect him to be all over her, considering she doesn't even like that, but I still found it pretty strange because he said he absolutely loved dogs. To be honest, I believed that because he would always pet dogs when we were outside. Any interaction he had with her over the past 3 years was limited, but Milo warmed up to him. She would greet him and go to him for pets, which he sometimes gave, and accepted him on our daily walks. A year and a half ago, Milo got sick. She had a tooth infection, which was pretty bad. Her whole right eye had swollen shut. I asked my boyfriend to take us to the vet because I don't have a car. The vet took care of the infection, gave me some antibiotics to administer daily, and gave instructions on how to clean the wound left after the vet drained the pus. For a couple of weeks, I didn't hang out much with my boyfriend because I was focused on taking care of Milo. One thing that stood out to me was how pissed he seemed every time I brought her up to talk about her progress. Looking back, that should have raised some red flags, but I guess I brushed it off. Now that I've given you the short version of the past, here's what's happening in the present. I planned a short vacation with my mom to visit my grandparents. While talking to my boyfriend about the trip, I told him that my best friend Alex, 23 male, would take care of Milo. My boyfriend then offered to take care of her himself.
Don't do it. Don't trust him. It's a trap.
I mean, you know, in the moment, it'd be like, oh, look, my boyfriend's turning around. Like, he's trying to take some responsibility.
He's trying to get in there.
You know? This is now a green flag.
Yeah.
However, however, he was mad that I hadn't come to him first, insisting that he loved Milo and wanted to go on walks with her. This sudden love that he felt for her out of the blue was strange, but I reluctantly agreed. The trip was supposed to last 3 days. On day 2, I was on the phone with my boyfriend when he casually mentioned that Milo really liked to stay outside. That immediately felt off, so I asked him what he meant. He left my sweet girl outside for hours at a time alone and would only check on her hourly. Mind you, I live in an apartment. I don't have a backyard.
Okay, I was about to be like, oh, well, you know, hourly, it's a backyard. No back. He's just leaving her on the street.
Where is she?
Where is she? Where in the, like, is it gated? Is this dog just on the sidewalk?
He just let her out to lounge by the pool.
He's like, yeah, she's by the hot tub. I don't know. I'll check on her.
This is crazy. I was about to
to
underreact too. I was like, oh, the dog's outside.
Dogs are
Come
fun.
on.
But like, it's like, oh no, wait.
No, just with nowhere to go, just released into the streets. My God. As soon as I told my mom, we left immediately and arrived back home around 9 p.m. Since then, I have blocked my boyfriend on everything and have been searching for my girl. I've printed posters, gone out every day for hours at a time, and posted about her in Facebook groups around my area. If you have any advice on what else I could do, please let me know. Now, he and his friend group say I'm an a-hole because I've put my dog above my boyfriend in all of our 4 years of relationship. I know for a fact this is not true, but I don't have anyone else to ask besides people that are really close to me and would be biased. I'm sorry for the long post. My mind is all over the place. And we have some comments. Oh my God. No, you're
not the a-hole.
The a-hole.
Your dog's gone. You're not the a-hole. And it seems like no one's actually been like apologizing to you.
And his friends are like, yeah, you've
It's
been
just a
the
dog.
a-hole because you prioritize your dog you've had for your whole life over your boyfriend. Which is not, I doubt that. It's more like you like your dog and your boyfriend is so insecure and jealous that he can't handle that.
Also just has proven, you know, who he really is in this moment.
Pretty
it's
psycho,
like, yeah,
dude.
we've had a 4-year relationship, but to leave a dog outside on purpose and then not seem to understand that you led to it running away.
Exiled the dog, and then didn't care.
And then didn't care.
Didn't even care.
Yeah.
She likes it.
Yeah, I don't think you've done anything wrong, OP.
No,
and I hope you find your dog.
I think you were dating a psycho.
Yeah.
We have some comments here from Velvety Heart. Not the a-hole. Your boyfriend's negligence led to your dog's disappearance, and his lack of care for Milo over the years clearly shows where his priorities lie. Breaking up was justified. Keep searching for Milo. Involve local shelters, vets, and social media for a broader reach. Unusual Canary 7764 says he got rid of his competition. It's that simple. That's why he suddenly loved her out of the blue. It was his opportunity to get rid of the attention he wanted from you, not the a-hole. Good riddance. What a prickety doodah. Prickety day. Rikendra said, this was my immediate thought after the backstory. He didn't like that OP was giving more attention to her dog when the dog got sick. The ex-boyfriend seized an opportunity to be rid of the dog. I suspect he did something more nefarious than simply leaving the dog outside all day.
I hope he just left the dog outside.
Crime. This man is criminal. OP, you are absolutely choosing your dog over this man, and rightfully so. There's really no question where your priorities should be, and you've put your priority in the right place. Your dog has been in your life 3 times longer than you were with this man. Your dog is dependent on you, and you have a responsibility to be your dog's caregiver. Your ex is not your dependent, and you don't have the same responsibility for him as you do for your dog. Don't listen to anyone who says otherwise. Tipsy Magpie says, you need to check all the shelters within 150 miles. It sounds like he just drove Milo out somewhere and dumped her, sadly. I don't believe that she ran away at all. Judgment, not the a-hole. And there is an update.
I just want her to find this dog.
Find the dog.
Find the dog.
Find the dog. My God. Okay.
It's going to be a homeward bound kind of situation.
Yes.
Dog's going to be, the kid's going to be like, I don't know, there's a kid in this situation now. And the kid's going to be like, I can hear the dog. And then OP's going to be like, no, the dog's not here, little Jimmy. I don't know what his name is.
It's Jimmy.
Yeah, it's Jimmy. And he's like, no, I can hear him. And they're like, come on, little Jimmy, let's go to the house.
Yeah,
and
little Jimmy.
And then OP's little white crusty dog Milo comes bounding out of the forest next to her apartment, because there's a forest next to her apartment. And he's like, and she's like, it's Milo.
Yeah, and then they watch Atlantis. Hi, a lot of people asked me for an update. I should have waited until I got some rest, but you all were so helpful, and you deserve to know how this ended. Oh boy. My ex came today to get his stuff, and some of you might be happy for what you're about to read, but he did not get a single thing back. When he saw me, he started begging me to forgive him, and thanks to you, again, I agreed to forgive him if he told me the truth. He just looked me straight in the face and said, if I'm going to be honest, you won't forgive me. My heart broke all over again, thinking about the worst of things. When he saw me cry, he told me I should get over it because she was already old, but if I really wanted her back, I should get back with him. And when he trusts me that I really forgave him, I could see her again. This guy's psycho. This guy is a sociopath.
So now this is a hostage situation?
He's holding your dog hostage to, yeah,
so
because we all know that
him
getting back together with somebody is always the best when it's under a
duress.
Hostage situation.
He's like,
pretext.
no, we can go back to how we were if you agree.
Tell you where I put you, dog, if you date me again.
If you date me. And then OP's going to be like, okay, but if I got the dog back, we'd break up. He's like, well, I guess I have to keep this dog.
I've just been waiting for a man to say that to me.
Like, wow, you're really the love of my life. How did you know?
I just want a man who tries hard.
Can you call the police?
Yeah, for real.
Can you call the police on this?
Police can be involved now.
Can you say, hey, my ex-boyfriend is holding my dog hostage?
Yeah. I was exhausted, hopeless, and angered, and even though I wanted my girl back, I could not look at him, let alone be with him for however long he thought it would take me to forgive him. So he left, not telling me a single thing about Milo. I got a call some hours later, and on the other end was a lady who found Milo on the side of the road. She told me she would wait for me to come, because when she wanted to pick her up, she seemed to be in pain.
No. Maybe she's just in pain from her not having her medication. Maybe she's... I'm just imagining this white, crusty old dog with one eye shut. So sad.
When I got there and saw her lying there, all my emotions flooded me. My sweet baby, even though she looked so different, was alive. And by the way, you can feel alive by listening to full episodes with stories like this on iHeartRadio, on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Just look up Okay, story time. So we do have a little bit more story left. Honestly, like police, cops, anything.
But
like,
also, do you even think that he knew where Milo was when he was?
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah,
That's why
I feel like
he's a liar.
He's a liar and a dirty, dirty cheat.
Yeah,
I
is a
feel like he was just
scoundrel.
saying, "I'll date you." I mean, if you date me, I'll tell you. But I don't think he knew where Milo
So
was.
my actual advice here would be, because this is a guy who needs consequences for this. Like, this needs to be like something on his he needs a criminal record for this behavior.
Because you can get arrested, or it's like either a fine or some sort of charge for dumping dogs. So
yeah. Or just, I mean, the theft of, I don't know what this would be, but I'm sure it's criminal.
Yeah.
And if you can get him on a recording admitting to it, you know, just play along and get him to talk about how he took the dog and he won't tell you where it is until you know, whatever. Get the actual evidence of him trying to essentially blackmail you with your dog being stolen.
Just text him from now on.
And then just go straight to the police with that, and block him on everything.
I agree.
Don't let him know that you have your dog back yet.
Don't.
So that you can get that done.
Yeah.
That's what I would suggest. She is now staying overnight at the vet. She has 2 broken ribs and is dehydrated. If everything goes well, she will be home soon. I appreciate each and every one of you that took the time to guide me in this nightmare. Thank you again. I will be pressing charges.
Yes.
So we have some comments to finish this off from Klutzy Book 2986. I'm so glad Milo is okay. I had a feeling he did something horrible to her. This man is dangerous and has shown you who he is. Please be safe and never let him back into your life. This is massive stalker sociopathic behavior. Sneaky Snail 111 says, agreed. I feel like he might be responsible for those broken ribs, and then she went away to hide. I don't think a car would have caused only broken ribs. That X is a point of sales terminal and deserves nothing in life. OP, good luck. Best wishes to you and Miss Milo. OP says the vet does not think she was hit by a car. It will be on her file. Thank you. Yeah, and if you can get the vet to back you up with clearly
and
this
say,
was
you know, what happened to this dog.
Get him for criminal neglect or abuse
I think
of an
you
animal.
need to start with the dumping, because that is a criminal offense.
Yeah, get as much of a confession as you can recorded. Like, go out, meet him for coffee. Don't meet at your place. Go out to a public place.
Yeah.
And just like have
wear a wire.
Yeah. Just phone, record. Sixicus the Sixth. You need to file a police report for your country's equivalent of animal cruelty, or barring that, property damage against the ex. Ugh, that sounds so wrong. Make him cover Milo's medical expenses. Yes, 100%. All the consequences need to go to this guy.
Yeah.
That is the end of that story.
Crime.
But the real end of the story is when this guy ends up with a criminal record and hopefully, like, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, can't
you
ever
should go
have
to
a
jail
pet.
for this. Week in jail, at least. 2
well,
weeks.
I think it would go. I think if he
Jail.
did get some sort of thing against him for animal abuse, he wouldn't be able to adopt any other animals, which would be good.